This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, the 5th of September. I'm Michael Groff. The big concern in the short term will be the hot and relatively dry weather, just isolated showers and thunderstorms over the high country for the next few days. But a big change in the overall weather pattern, one that favors more active conditions, the chance for some strong storms, and the best news of all, cooler temperatures coming in here by late in the weekend and next week. Let's discuss, first of all, the almanac from yesterday. A record-tying 112 degrees was the high in the valley. The morning low, 88. And outside right now here, just about at 8 a.m., we've got mostly clear skies out there. 91 degrees right now at Sky Harbor, but it's muggy. Dew point at 65, humidity 41%. The winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures out there right now, 80 degrees, the cool spot right now at Fort McDowell. Most of us 80s and low 90s on the board presently. The upper air look features high pressure as the dominant weather feature here across the southwest. We've got the circulation center from former tropical storm Fernand that's moving across northern Mexico. That might play a role in our weather in coming days. And there's Dorian off of the South Carolina coast this morning. All right, the watch warning map. Yes, we've got hurricane warnings still in effect for the Carolinas up to the Virginia coast. Tornado watches in effect in some of those areas as well. I've seen a few tornado warnings popping up here and there this morning as well. Obviously, the eye is just offshore. And so with that, we're going to see a continuation of heavy rain, lowland flooding, and the possibility of some tornadoes. As a result, the enhanced risk of severe storms for the Outer Banks of North Carolina with the slight risk surrounding that. A couple of marginal risk zones over the Pacific Northwest and parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Arizona in the green, some thunderstorms possible, but I think our chances here in the valley are practically zero for today. All right, taking a look at the tropics in the Atlantic Basin, we're nearing the climatological peak of the hurricane season, and of course, it's active out there. 4 areas of concern on the board. We've got a wave east of Dorian. That's going to head out to sea. No reason for concern there. Another one coming off the African coast near the Cape Verde Islands. We'll have to watch that for the possibility of development over the next 5 days. We've got Gabrielle. That is a tropical storm, max sustained winds, 50 miles per hour. This will also head out to sea, eventually turning to the north and east. This may be a storm for the British Isles, ultimately, as it becomes post-tropical. And then Dorian. Now, maximum sustained winds 115 miles per hour, just sneaking up to Category 3 again. And looking at the radar this morning, it is located south of Myrtle Beach. The eye well-defined there. The eye wall pretty close to the coast. Those outer bands bringing copious amounts of rainfall and some damaging wind, as well as a few isolated tornadoes. And we will continue to see that as this moves slowly to the north and northeast in the next 24 hours. Eventually, this will be near the Outer Banks by tomorrow morning, and then out to sea, it'll become post-tropical and affect the Canadian Maritimes. And coming back a little closer to home, the precipitation outlook valid through next Thursday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts here in the valley around a half inch or so, but a pretty tight gradient across the state as more active weather comes in. We'll talk about it now as we look at the models. Here it is, the GFS, the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at about 18,000 feet. How about a 597 ridge centered on the Colorado-New Mexico border? Upper heights well above average. What that means for us down at the surface, mostly sunny and hot today. Highs 106 to 109. The warmest desert spots might get above 110. Tonight, mostly clear skies, lows in the 80s. Yes, there will be isolated mountain thunderstorms, but here in southern Arizona, the mid-levels of the atmosphere just too warm and stable to support convection. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and hot. Highs 105 to 108, and pretty much the same thing on Saturday, but we do see widely scattered showers and thunderstorms now developing over eastern Arizona as more moisture is drawn north. We have a trough developing along the west coast, and that's going to set the stage for the start of a more active weather period here. Let's go to Sunday. Here we go. We've got a trough now moving into the Great Basin, faster moving winds aloft, some cooler air coming in aloft as well. So that Pacific shortwave energy will be around. Moisture levels start to increase also. And we've got the old circulation center from former tropical storm Fernand that's going to sit to the south of Arizona for at least a couple of days, add some extra moisture and upper support as well. So you put it all together, Sunday could be an active day, scattered to numerous showers and storms over the mountains. Some of those come into the deserts in the afternoon and evening hours. The atmospheric parameters are looking pretty nice too. Precipitable water values coming way up by Sunday evening at 11 p.m. And the atmospheric instability, CAPE values. This is convective available potential energy, reading somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 joules per kilogram. So yes, some of the storms could get on the strong or severe side for Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. That's something that we'll have to watch for as well. As we go to Monday, more of the same with broad troughing around across the western states, moisture in place, and that circulation center from Fernand lurking around the southwest as well. Continued scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms over the eastern two-thirds of Arizona. On Tuesday, the models start to differ a little bit. The GFS is really starting to dry us out at this point. The European keeps us active with a continued chance of showers and storms, and that's probably what we're going to lean with for now. I think the drying will take at least another day to start to occur. High temperatures will continue to lower. In fact, we may not see the century mark on Monday, likely staying in the mid-90s on Tuesday. Some of the guidance suggests we could even be lower than that. We're going with highs in the low to mid-90s on Wednesday, but the air mass will be drying out. The good news about that is those overnight lows are going to drop off quite a bit too. Some of the cooler pockets could get into the upper 60s, with the urban core in the mid and upper 70s. Let's go to a week from today. This is Thursday, the 12th of September. Troughing moving into the northern plain states, ridging building back here in the southwest. Temperatures pretty close to average, highs near 100, lows mostly in the 70s. Go now 10 days to the end of the forecast period. This is Saturday, the 14th. And that looks like a little upper wave here across the southwest with broad troughing across the central and northern Rockies. Maybe that leads to something over eastern Arizona, but I think here in the valley we're going to stay dry. But temperatures should be pretty close to climatological averages. That's good news. Speaking of precipitation, let's check that out off the European ensemble through the period. And the ensemble mean is coming up to around an inch or so. Some of the members suggest rainfall amounts over 2 inches. It's hard to say. This is obviously a situation that's going to have to be watched, and we'll be able to pin it down a little bit more as we get closer. But obviously a more active period of weather coming our way by late in the weekend and for at least the first half of next week. Temperatures through the period off the Euro ensemble, hot today, tomorrow, Saturday. But look what happens for early next week. The ensemble has us down in the low 90s, and those overnight lows getting into the low and mid 70s. And that is probably the best news that we've seen so far this summer. That's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Your comments, questions, and suggestions are always encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe out there. Stay cool. You guys have yourselves a fantastic Thursday.